when dealing with present perfect tense, past perfect tense, what are the basic rules which we apply? Will the subject, if they are in singular, or the object in singular, be matter here? What should be the helping verb here when we are dealing with this? Will it be is a man, or it will change into has, have, had? Now let's see. But what when it is future perfect tense? Does these same rules apply as in case of present and future perfect tense? No. So what are the basic rules which we need to see and the only differences? So if we just focus on the difference, we can see converting active to passive will be the most easiest one. So for this, I, Rina Sharma, and the Development Team, means a teacher for online solutions, would be discussing these topics today so that the concept becomes extremely easy, because whenever our concept is clear, we can solve any type of questions in the exam. So let's start the video.
So welcome students. So we were doing active and passive voices. Till now we have done simple present tense, simple past tense, simple future tense, and the continuous tense of all these three forms. How to convert these into passive voice from active. What had to be added for these things? Today we would be dealing with present perfect tense. So what is present perfect tense? We already know. In the previous videos of tenses, we have discussed what is present perfect tense. Yes, I know everyone remember it. It is has or have we have to add according to singular or plural subject. Mind it, we have to add it for subject. When the object will become the subject, we have to accordingly see whether it is singular or plural. Then we have to add it. Okay, so now let's see. We are thorough with the format also. The format is subject plus has, have, been. Then we would be doing the third form of the verb, then by, and then the object. So these are the format which we would be dealing. So do we remember our thumb rule that we have to use by before the object? Yes, and this we have learned in tense that we have to use has and have. So what we have to add is only been, and the third form of the verb, which is also known as the past participle. So students, don't get confused in the examination paper when they are asking change the past participle. They can ask you to change past participle or third form of verb. Both are the same thing. So now let's look for some of the examples. They have built a house. Before I answer, I would like you everyone to answer the question by using the format. Please pause the video and try to answer the question. And I know everyone can easily do it. Pause it, do it, then see what is the answer which I am sharing with you. So they built a house. The subject, house is the object, built is the verb. See, this is past participle have. S, because they here is plural. So we are using have as the helping verb. But now when we change from active to passive, a house will be the subject in this case, means the object is changing into subject, a house. So what to use, has or have? Yes, everyone is correct. We will use singular form. A house has now been built. It is already in the third form. By, they will become them. So isn't it very easy? So do you all think now you have something to scare about active and passive? No, nothing. Yes ma'am, now we are not scared and we can easily do any questions. After these questions, we would again be dealing with some of the questions where we would be doing the error correction. So C has not cheated anybody. So what to do? Anybody will become nobody. Nobody has been cheated by her. Why we have not written the not here? Because no has already been written here. That's why. But if we have any other type of sentence which we would be discussing, then we would be using the word not in the sentence. Have you kept the secret? So in this case, have, we have started with have. So can we start with have here? Because here we have used have because here it is you. We always consider it as the second person, and the helping verb which we use is have, not has. We consider it as plural form only. But when we start with the secret, which is the object here, and it will become the subject here. The secret, has the secret been kept by you? So now secret is singular. We will start the question with has, not have. Who has done this? When we are asking here about any person, who means we are asking about any person, who? So we will start with by whom. By whom this has been done. By whom has this been done? Who here will be by whom. See, when it is interrogative, by is coming here and the WH family it is coming here. By whom has this been done? Let's see few more examples of present perfect tense so that we would be thorough. So now see some more examples. Like I have placed an order for a digital camera. So when it is a very long sentence, how to identify what will be the object? Camera or an order? So I said you the thumb rule for that. Count 1, 2, 3, 4 when it is a big sentence. So now this becomes the object. This is the subject. This is the verb. So an order. Now just place the format. Just add the format in the sentence. An order. Now this full sentence for a digital camera. It is a single order or more than one. So I will use has because it is single. So an order for a digital camera has been placed by, I will become me. Isn't it very, very easy? Now see one more with a negative sentence. She has not written a story. So a story, because this will become the object, a story. A story means it is singular. So a story has not been written by her. She will become her. Who has torn my book? So my book, it is a question starting with who. So I will write by whom, book is singular, by whom has my book been torn. Has the postal department released a new stamp? So what should be the object? A new stamp. Because a new stamp has, it is a question. So I will also start with has because a new stamp is also singular. We cannot use the format of have here. So has a new stamp, been released by the postal department. By the postal department. So these are the structures, and in these way we are supposed to deal with present perfect tense. Now let's see what changes will be there when we are dealing with past perfect tense. So past perfect tense, the format is same. The only difference, while learning tenses we have learned that has, have will be replaced by had. And the most easiest part for past perfect tense is what? you don't have to identify whether it is singular or plural. Simply place had. See, it is so easy. So, had plus subject plus had plus been, third form of the verb, then by and the object. We had lost the key. So, this is the subject, this is the object, this is the verb. So, the key. Yes, the key is singular, but we is plural. So, is there any pressure to change the helping verb? No, not at all. So, only where we have to change? In case of present perfect tense, we have to take a look whether it is singular or plural. Otherwise, in case of past, we don't have any pressure. Simply use had in these cases. He had been lost by, the key had been lost by us. I had not closed the door. So the door had not been. Had and been, in between had and been, we have to place the word not. The door had not been closed by me. Had you watched the movie? Had the movie been watched by you? Question mark. You will not change any form. Like we are changing in case of I, we, she, he. No need to change you. Who solves the problem? Who. So, by whom? By whom? Had. We have to use the word had. By whom had the problem been solved? By whom had the problem been solved? So these are the examples. By mere practicing, if every day, if we practice 8 to 10 sum, 8 to 10 examples, or read through it, or we train our ears, then these will be very, very easy to identify. Once we hear, we would be able to identify the error also. So now comes our final topic, that is future perfect tense. So now, future perfect tense. The format for future perfect tense, we remember while doing tenses, was that we will add will or shall and the form of the verb will be first. But when we are changing from active to passive, the form of the verb will change from first to third form of the verb. And rest of the format is same, but instead of been, which we used in present and past perfect tense, here we will be using be, not been. So, object will become subject plus will or shall plus be plus third form of the verb plus by plus the subject, means the subject which has become the object now. So, let's look for some of the examples in order to clarify it. She will help me. So, she is the subject, me is the object, help is the first form of the verb. So, I will be helped by her, third form of the verb. She will become her, by we are placing. So, this is the thumb rule which we learned, that in all the cases from active to passive, we have to add by before the object. We will not visit the hill station this year. The hill station will not be visited by us this year. So, third is, will they accept our invitation? Will our invitation be accepted by them? So, we will start with will or shall. We have also learned the rules where to use will and shall while we were dealing with tenses. So, if anyone have any queries, can see in the description box and find in our videos of tenses and refer and then practice. After referring, if you practice, these will become very easy. So, our next video will be on active and passive, but it will be present, past and future perfect continuous tense. And after that, we would be doing some revision exercises. Till then, keep practicing, smiling, stay safe. Thank you.